Look at this. What that madman did. Listen, Sal. Carmine Falcone's dead. And I'm here now. I'll be calling the shots. The Falcones are still licking their wounds. They're distracted. The business will be ripe for the taking.
My father's been dead a week. You want to take what's mine?
I'm the daughter of the Falcone Don, but he's dead. The family thinks I'm broken. I'm not broken.
You and me, kid. We gotta take whatever we decide is ours. Because no one's gonna give it to us. We're not without a fight.
I win. You work for the family. You will do as you're told.
I refuse to let these old men push me aside again. So I'm gonna take from them now. And I'm gonna force them to their knees.
What is it you're really after, Oz?
I'm gonna tear down the empire from the inside out.
You know, Oz, people underestimate you, but not me. I've always known you were capable of more.
Woo! Okay, at least we got a release date now, or release month. So yeah,
Well, that's like if the Sopranos met Batman. Like
pretty
if the
much.
Sopranos lived in Gotham. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, in a way, I like that, realistic element, to the Batman franchise. I mean, obviously the Dark Knight trilogy did that as well, a little more grounded. But in this case, it feels like it's even taken a little bit further to some degree with the mafia type style stuff with the show. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I know we're supposed to be getting at least one more Batman movie. I'm imagining that'll probably end up being a trilogy as well. I'm just kind of hoping that the Batman in the new DCU ends up being a little bit more comic booky, not quite so down to earth. I mean, if you're going to be in a world with Superman and all these others, it makes sense to do that. But for this here, it's an Elseworlds thing, kind of settled on its own. Yeah, this looks absolutely outstanding. So glad to see we're getting it on September. Did you see the Batman, Aaron?
No.
I know Matt raves about it. Matt loved it.
I mean, I just had a question.
I haven't seen it either. I want to watch it.
Eric, did you see it?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Did they stay true to the comic where Batman doesn't use guns?
I can't think of it. Well, I mean, there were some instances in the comics where I think he did use guns, and he did like Superman's killed in comics as well, But I don't. Actually, there might have been at the end where he might have taken some guns from some bad guys and used those, but I don't recall him like using them himself. Kind of like Ben Affleck did a little bit in his version, but I don't know. I mean, shoot, back in the day, Michael Keaton had guns on his Batmobile and things like that. So I guess I get that doesn't bother me as much as I know it's kind of become a thing since the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight kind of made it, no guns, no killing is what they said in the movie, but I don't know how comic accurate that was. Like, I think it's been done before many times, but people just kind of look at the Dark Knight as the standard bearer, and I think they want it to go like that. Like Superman, like Christopher Reeve's Superman, they say didn't kill, even though he kind of killed Zod in the second movie a little bit there. But
hold on a second. To say that these superheroes don't kill people, listen, I get it if they're fighting like a supervillain, but you got to think about the henchmen in this aspect. And I think I learned this shit from playing the Batman games and the Spider-Man games. The shit that they do to like normal people, there's no way you could say that somebody survived the trauma their bodies. Batman broke bones, bro.
Oh yeah,
was knocking people out by throwing them in the pavement hard as shit, hitting them in the head with pipes and shit. Yo, Batman has probably inadvertently killed a bunch of people.
Oh, guaranteed.
And so, like, the whole thing, I don't kill shit. It's nice to say, but you can't tell me every henchman survived the ass whooping from Batman. This motherfucker was literally trained by assassins.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And Spider-Man is just strong as shit. Like, there's no way you can hang somebody upside down for 2 hours and then he not die. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And they did that
Well,
shit all the time. Just strung people up and waited for the police to catch them. You know what I mean?
I never understood the argument of, well, Man of Steel, Superman, you know, snapped Zod's neck. He never should have done that. A Superman would never do that. It was either that or he was going to destroy the world. So he was not going to stop. So what do you expect Superman to do?
Yeah.
I mean, in that regard, I mean, not only that,
it's the same thing he did to Doomsday. He had to break Doomsday's neck.
The thing that Man of Steel bugged me more was the fact that he let his father die by a tornado. To me, it's like, I would rather they write it more like the original Christopher Reeve did, where Jonathan Kent died of a heart attack, because that shows you that no matter how powerful Superman is, he can't stop a heart attack. There's nothing he could do about that. But Kevin Costner saying, "No, man, you stay over there. The world is not ready for you yet. You let me die." Superman could have went and grabbed him and pulled him back, and not a problem. Yeah, he would have revealed himself to the world, but it ended up happening anyway. So I don't know. That part bugged me about the movie more than that. So
that kind of showed just a little bit more the respect he had for his father. Or
I agree with that. That was
father,
right.
You know, and I agree that the world wouldn't have been ready for him. That he would have been like captured and probably became a test subject for something. You know, I don't think the world was ready for him. It was when I think they used metahumans in it. The metahumans in it started to become a thing that the world started to be more okay with it, I guess, of the fact of a superhero being on their side helping them out. So
I can see that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I understand and I get that too, but like he was gonna face that no matter what. I mean, when he did decide to come out, like he was still a target of government and everything else, but he just refused to go along with it. You get what I'm saying? So like whether he saved his dad in that situation or not, eventually it was still going to be what it was going to be.
Yeah. That's also true.
You know what I mean? They were still trying to capture him. They were still trying to, you know what I'm saying? So like regardless of that, like I get what you're saying, Eric, and I also get what you're saying, Aaron, too. Like, I don't know. It's just like the same thing with Spider-Man. Like, he could have prevented the whole thing with Ben. But he chose not to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time.
Sure.
Every time.
Mike,
like the one superhero. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Mike, Christopher Reeve will always be the real Superman, is what he said. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Christopher Reeve too, but you gotta understand too, in today's world, there's a lot of kids these days probably haven't even seen Christopher Reeve Superman. Which to those of us who have grown up with Christopher Reeve, yes, he'll always be the real Superman to us, probably. Thank you for checking out this clip from the Dragon's Den podcast. If you like what you saw here, please consider checking out our live podcast almost every single Friday night here on the channel at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And until our next video, guys, take care and God bless.